Hello everyone, my name is Roger. I am doing a presentation for Nursing 5343 Leadership in Healthcare Systems. We will be covering the first 90 days, Critical Success Strategies for New Leaders by Michael Watkins. As we go along the presentation, we will be covering the following objectives about the author, overview, strengths of the literature, weaknesses of the literature, key takeaways, and reader recommendations. About the author, Michael Watkins. Dr. Watkins is a PhD in decision science, associate professor of business administration at Harvard Business School, a Thinkers 50 Management Hall of Fame inductee in 2023, author of Breakthrough Business Negotiation, a Toolbox for Managers in 2002, author of HBSP e-learning program, Leadership Transitions, co-author of Right from the Start, Taking Charge in a New Leadership Role, HBS Press, 1999. Overview of the literature. So the purpose of the literature is to teach step-by-step leadership strategies to assist and expedite leaders transitioning to their new roles, giving them a head start and step up in learning team dynamics, team members, and new expectations in the new environment. The target audience of this literature is experienced leaders, new leaders, and informal leaders. Next, we will be going over the strengths, weaknesses, key takeaways, and reader recommendations. The strengths are the following. It is easy to read and relevant to leaders at all levels. Focuses on root cause analyses in leaders who were not able to transition. Anecdotes are real-life events that anchor key concepts. Leadership strategies are based on best practices shared with Watkins. Each leadership strategy is supplemented with situations that show different possible outcomes. In combination, all of these strengths allow the reader to navigate a maze of uncertainties, ranging from new dynamics, new expectations, new members, as well as adjusting themselves to a new standard of practice, whether that be going from a task-oriented leader to now a more visionary leader. For example, a chief operating officer who transitions into a CEO position might get away from the day-to-day operations and now more into a visionary role. This literature does a good job in covering that as well. Next, we'll cover the weaknesses. Each chapter is structured efficiently but can be redundant for some readers. Each chapter in this text starts off with a concept, an anecdote, and steps to follow from it. While efficient, this can be a little fatiguing for some readers who want a little variation from chapter to chapter. The next weakness is there are a few examples of leaders who followed the steps referenced in this book and transitioned effectively as a result of following the steps in this book. What this means is that we learn more from the mistakes of others than from the examples set by effective leaders. Finally, steps are at times too subjective to effectively follow. What this means is, while the steps are clear in how to follow them, there is a caveat at the end that says you have to adjust as accordingly to the situation. This means that there is a gray area in following the steps strictly versus adapting to the situation, leading to more questions than there are answers at times. We'll go over the key takeaways. Overall, this text was an informative read that is fun to learn from. Dr. Watson provides lasting impressions for new leaders. The steps in this book are easy to read and prompts the reader to self-reflect. It also captures the subjectivity of individual leadership approach and approaches leadership as an ongoing process of adapting to situations. This means that no matter your level of leadership, there are always ways to improve, new things to learn, and different ways to adapt to situations. Because of the things mentioned in the key takeaways, this book is recommended for leaders at all levels. Established leaders looking to hire managers and supervisors, they are able to conscientiously apply these strategies and pick out the best traits in the best candidates while also looking for the best traits to complement their style. This is also good for leaders transitioning into a new role. And finally, it is great for informal leaders researching the leadership process and want to see how to better themselves and improve their own skills. So in conclusion, we've gone over the author, the strengths of the literature, the weaknesses of the literature, the key takeaways, and the recommendations for the reader. Do we have any questions? Thank you all.